This is the Boardwalk, man.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit more desolate than I was hoping it would be,
but that's okay. It's still really great. Oh, Charlie, there's all kinds of rides and games and opportunities to win stuffed toys.
Yeah, man, the Boardwalk is a blast, man.
All right, and we are back. Retro Myrtle Beach guy. We're down here at the Myrtle Beach Boardwalk. You know, the boardwalk here, this little strip on the boulevard, really is like the cultural center of Myrtle Beach. Anything that happens is going to be happening right here. Parades, I mean, any kind of big event. People say they're going out at night. This is generally what they're talking about. And of course, cruising the strip out here in your cool car is the main activity that people have been doing here since the 50s, probably earlier. I'll let you know if I see a cool car. And we got the historic Peaches Corner. Killer hot dogs and history. Got the world famous Bowery. Here we got the Ripley's Crazy Golf. Got a whole episode of that. It's nuts. Yeah, honestly, this is much cooler and much nicer than I was really expecting. There's Ripley's Illusion Lab, which I believe is kind of like a Instagram thing where you can go there and take pictures of yourself in different precarious situations. Of course, you still have the haunted house. Haunted house is still there. It's just less noticeable. You got your airbrush stands, your henna and your hair braiding, all that kind of stuff. You've got the world famous Gaydolphin Gift Cove. But yeah, this is definitely your spot for all your nautical themed tchotchkes. At the very least, it's always worth coming through to take a look. Some of the craziest stuff you've ever seen. And if you're like a coffee person, let me suggest Hi-Fi Coffee right here on the boardwalk. And yes, you can buy vinyl, cassettes, everything in there. Then you have your quintessential beachwear shops. Let's see what they have on offer in this year. Alright, those are pretty cute. They got them in 13s. I mean, come on. You got your quintessential diabetes store. They even have an old time candy section, which is always my favorite. Although it's a little depressing to see Fifth Avenue. Is Fifth Avenue an old timey candy bar now? That was my favorite candy bar growing up. Butterfingers are awful. The place is nuts. Now, while it is fun to go in there, find odd things you haven't seen in a while or can't usually find, I would advise against buying average stuff there that you can find elsewhere, because it's generally priced up a bit. That Fifth Avenue bar was $4. And you got your Myrtle Beach fries. Easily best fries in the Boardwalk. And we've got the Sky Wheel and Land Shark. Pretty fun hangout. Jehovah's Witnesses. And we have the Goddess of the Sea right here in Plyler Park. This is also where we have all of our concerts, Sun Fun Festival, DJs, all kinds of stuff out here. If you've ever been wondering where to get those crazy pineapple drinks everyone has down here, Mo Moons is where you go to get one that has booze in it. So on the north end here, you got Pier 14. So you have the restaurant through here, and you've got the gift shop through this way. And if you want to take a quick stroll out here on the pier, it's only $1 for you out-of-towners. Locals is free. You can run a rod while you're out here, do a little fishing. A lot of people do. I'm pretty sure about this. If you're fishing on the pier, you don't need a fishing license. If you're anywhere else, you need a fishing license. You got riptides. And if parking's ever an issue down here for you, they have valet parking here at Riptides. This place has toss across, cigarette ash buckets, seating outside, seating inside, and a rooftop patio. It's even got a kind of funny insider mural out here. Did you see it? How do we know that name, locals? Yeah, the Shannon Michelle was the boat that washed up on the beach that I stumbled into with Hurricane Ian. Crazy. And one of the better hidden gems here on the Boardwalk is Tropical Paradise. One of the great things about this place is you can grab a drink over there, hang out in one of these loungers facing the beach. They don't seem to mind too much if you use it while you're here. Great views too. And the hardest working bartender on the boardwalk right here. So yeah, swing on by, say what's up, hang out in one of these lounges. You got Beach House Bar and Grill. It's always a popular hangout for all of the vehicle weeks here. You got Hurricanes. It's a frozen daiquiri bar. It's got pretty much every kind of flavor you can imagine. Then we have the accompanying Gay Dolphin Arcade, which is the oldest arcade on the boardwalk. And while it is the older arcade, it oddly has a majority of newer games. Prizes are pretty good here too. And they have cafes at the front and the rear of the arcade. So if you want to bite while you're in here. And there's some candy and ice cream spots, beachwear store, and then you have Fun Plaza Arcade, which has a lot more of the classic games in there. You can also get ice cream, soda, corn dogs, funnel cake, all that kind of stuff here. We got a lot of modern games too, but if you want to play any of the classics, this is the place for you. Then you got Dirty Don's Oyster Bar, which they got good drinks, awesome atmosphere, real nice little place. You can sit right out here on the boardwalk, eat dinner. They got really good oyster flights. Definitely worth it. God, the beach is packed today. And there's Oceanfront Bar and Grill. I'll tell you, this guy's got the right idea right there. You can grab a beer, hang out in them chairs, and just sit there all day watching the beach. And while, it's a pretty touristy thing to do, come down here and hang out on the boardwalk, it is fun. I do it pretty regularly. There's a lot of crazy stuff down here, and this is really where all the action's at. And there's some other rides over here. You got the slingshot, that crazy thing, throwing people up in the sky. And the boardwalk actually continues south of all that too, for quite a while. I think it runs all the way down to 2nd Avenue Pier. So it's mostly just for taking a hike, walking your dog, that kind of thing. But it is nice for a stroll. I take Jimmy down there for a walk probably once a week. You can still have all the sights without the hubbub that's on the boardwalk. So like if you're big into like early morning strolls, stuff like that, it's a good location for it. And you have Olympic Flame Pancake House. It's got to be my favorite breakfast place. No, it's not the fanciest thing. They're not going to give you a Bloody Mary with like a cheeseburger and a lobster tail on top or anything, but it's a good classic American diner breakfast. If you think, man, I wish I had one of them breakfasts I had when I was a kid, this is the spot. Reasonably priced too. Only real sad thing is recently their sign blew down, the old one that had the neon on it. So it's been replaced. It's kind of a bummer. But we've shot there a bunch of times before, so you can always go back, see the original. So So at the end of our crawl here, you've got the world's smallest amusement park, the Funplex. It's essentially just a bar with like rides and games attached. Kind of cool. Right across the street, you've got the Boulevard. It's got a tin roof. I don't think Banditos is here anymore. And one new thing since my last visit here is an anime store. This place is nuts. I guess it used to be over Broadway and they moved over here and expanded a lot. Massive. Seriously, so much stuff in here. There's also a little general store here in this hallway if you need your bathing suit, sunblock, anything like that while you're here. So out here it's broken up into a DJ section and live music. This is usually the DJ section. If I remember my Facebook ads well enough, I think it's what DJ Ricky spins here in the green room usually that I see. And you have the outdoor patio. It's got a little bar, these little lounge areas. Looks over the beach. Really cool at night. I've been up here at night before. Good place to hang out. They'll have the live bands in there usually. So yeah, probably one of the cooler rooftop bars here in town. Does have an elevator for accessibility and whatnot. And yeah, so the boardwalk, it does continue onward a little bit, but it's mostly just for walking. There's not really anything there but hotels. So that's basically your last spot. That's basically your last stop. Man, I got out of there just in time. It just started raining. But yeah, that's the boardwalk. This week's been really fun. It's been a week of growth for the channel. Besides dozens and dozens of new followers, I also had the privilege of opening up Retro's Garage Sale. That's right, for the first time, all of the amazing treasures that I find on my voyages are going to be available to you now via the interwebs. So yeah, basically we got an Etsy shop. I'm gonna have some of the really cool vintage shirts and stuff that I sell on there, along with some other things here and there. I got a kid to feed. But yeah, besides our regular merch shop, we are also going to have offerings which are vintage, hand-curated, one-of-a-kind pieces that yours truly has selected for both form and fashion. So anything that you find on there has the retro approval. It's a cool thing. It's officially cool. You can buy me a Mai Tai. Help support the channel, a one-time donation, or you can become a member. So So yeah, check out my link tree either on my profile, Instagram, or wherever, and you'll find all the links to that stuff. Well, thanks again for hanging out with me. Sorry the weather went sour on us. But until next time. And I'm Retro Myrtle Beach Guy. You can check out hundreds of my other videos of everything you could possibly want to know about here in Myrtle Beach. What are you doing?